Exactly.
Get up! You're still holding on! Let go! Hey, this! Supposed to feed the rats on schedule or they get sick! Hey, guys! Traitor! Sucks!
Hey, Mom, are you gonna take me to Daddy's now?
Yeah. Should you
Holy moly. Can you say emotional damage for me? Let's get into it and see what we can glean from these TikTok videos.
date a person who is separated but not divorced? Let's get into it. Here's the thing. When it comes to marriages, it's a very slippery slope. There's a lot of emotions. There may be a lot of assets to divide. There may be children involved. There could be a lot of reasons why they haven't filed for divorce yet, but here's the thing. If you are not done enough with the situation to file for divorce, do you honestly think you should be out here dating and starting a new relationship with people getting their feelings involved? No. So I would say to someone who is considering to date someone who is separated but not divorced, don't do it. At least don't take it seriously, because you have no idea how this situation is going to turn out. You don't know if they're going to get back together. You don't know if they're actually going to divorce. There are so many unanswered questions, and this person hasn't healed. Even if they haven't been with this person for a while, they've still been technically married to this person. They haven't separated their whole lives from this person. They're still connected in some way, and I don't think that's healthy to start a new relationship with.
Okay, y'all.
Well, every now and then on TikTok, somebody provides some good advice. Seriously. And I mean, I don't know why any of you would do this. I get this is more her venting to her female audience, but like, I don't know why. Especially if you're going to date somebody who is divorced or in the situation of do that. Anyway, let's move on, guys.
Can we just talk for a second about all the trauma and trust issues that come from getting a divorce? And this is even when you had like a decent amicable divorce. There's a lot that comes with that. So I get the question all the time, like, am I dating? Am I seeing anyone? And like, y'all, dating is not easy. And I say this because when you date, you're dating to marry, or you're dating to be with that person for the rest of your life, right? So if you're divorced, you've already been through this. You already had that thought process. You thought you found your person, and like, joke's on you. And in my case, like, we didn't hate each other. However, now when I say trust issues, I know people are going to be like, cheating. No, that's not where I'm going with this. So where I'm coming from is the fact in the blink of an eye, I had to get my own bank accounts. I had to find a job when I've been a stay-at-home mom for however long and I have a gap in my work experience. I had to get my own car loan because the car was not in my name. The list goes on and on and on. It's just that I never want to be in that position again where I'm literally starting over in life. And I know I'm not alone. I've met so many people where it's like, we were so invested into our families, or you're so invested into someone else, and in the blink of an eye, you're on your own. So we're still working through some trauma, as you can see. So like, dating's not at the top of my priority list, but you know, baby steps.
So as soon as I
Ooh, that one definitely went through the ringer. Definitely relied on her man plenty too much, and is just dealing with the bits and pieces their lives in. You hate to see it, but honestly, I would love to know what else was there, what this separation was all about. But either way, gotta pick up the pieces and move on, sweetheart. This is how it is. Move on to the next one.
Found out about my husband's affair, and my mom died the same week. Obviously, I was pretty broken up about it. I basically went home to bury my mom, and I was pretty much drunk upon arrival. So my sister decided that if I was going to be drinking all the time, that she should take me to a place that was acceptable. So we went out to a bar one night. I was just a disaster, and I'm sitting at the bar feeling sorry for myself. And across the bar, I see this man, and I was like, God, he's gorgeous. And in my mind, I thought, he's never going to talk to me. You know, I'm gross, drunk, ugly, worthless. And I just stared at him, imagining what it would feel like to be noticed by somebody like that. All of a sudden, a guy from across the bar comes up to me and he says, I wasn't going to let you leave without saying hi to you. And I was completely speechless. I thought I was invisible. He takes one look at me and he says, do you feel that? And I was like, oh, yeah, I feel that. And that feeling was this like electric, magnetic, instant chemistry. Something I didn't feel ever. Not in my marriage, not in any of my previous relationships ever. Never felt that feeling ever. And it was intoxicating. And so when he asked for my number, I was like, couldn't write it down fast enough. So we made a date to see each other. And it just so happened to be the night after my mom's celebration of life, aka funeral. And I told everybody about it because everybody felt so fucking sorry for me, including myself. And it was like the only thing that was like giving me any kind of hope outside of my kids. And I just looked forward to that day. And I went to the funeral. I came back. I texted him saying that I was done. I didn't hear from him. I texted him again saying, hey, are we going to hang out? And nothing. And it was, I would say painful, but that wasn't the right word. I was living in a sea of pain. And I had no more heart to break. Or at least I didn't think so. But there was just one tiny little piece left. And that was just like disintegrated. And so my sister, of course, comes in and saves the day again. We head to a bar because that's all I have, guys. That's all I have is me and a vodka soda. Finally, he calls. I'm sitting at the bar and finally he calls and he's like, my phone fell.
Hold on just a sec. Yeah, so let's stop at part 1 here. My gosh, there was a lot to go over there. I honestly feel like this entire TikTok is just her creating this whole smutty novel romance story in real life, which just sounds like an entire joke to me. This can't be real. I'd just be baffled if an attractive guy came up to this woman and asked her for her number, unless it was just to get practice doing that with normally attractive women. This one is way past her prime, not doing herself any favors getting up in the camera here. This is a big yikes for me. Been through a lot of stuff, sad to hear that if it's true, but I'm just gonna see how far exactly this goes on. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother covering the rest of it. This just all sounds like made up garbage to get a lot of views on TikTok. And frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if it went viral, had a lot of likes, etc. But either way, I've got to thank our editor for bringing this one to my attention. Really not going to give it the light of day, but to summarize, you know, these people just go through crazy divorce situations. They pick up the pieces and then they re-enter the dating world. And maybe you should have just worked harder on your marriage. Always do your due diligence, men. Come out on top in this dating market. Rooting for you. Till next time.